After taking a week break from game action due to COVID issues, we are back here in the Warrior Dome for a matchup between Wayland and Bedford. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Josh Schreiber. Alongside me, Aditya Welling as we get ready to go here. Missed shot there from Bedford. But anyways, Aditya, it's been 11 days since Wayland last took the court in competitive game action, as we see Bedford going inside, missed shot there by O'Shaughnessy, gets the rebound and then gets fouled. But yeah, Aditya, it's been a while. What can the Warriors do to get going from their 2-0 start?
Well, Josh, what's really key here, as you said, they're 2-0, but even in their first few games, what they really struggled in was shooting the three ball. They got a lot of drive and kick opportunities, a lot of open shots, but they weren't able to convert. I'm sure it's a big area of emphasis here today against Bedford to get this big win.
Yeah, absolutely. As O'Shaughnessy misses the first free throw. Very low-scoring games so far from what we've seen from both the boys and girls teams in their home games. We'll see if that continues, as O'Shaughnessy with the second hits that one, and Bedford gets on the board first.
You see Bedford's in a press right here.
As Haley Melvin, star point guard, will take it up to Patel. Starting five for Wayland is Melvin, Patel, Powers, Gavron, and Johnson, same as their last game against Weston. As Patel takes it inside, no good. It'll be out of bounds. Wayland will stay with the ball. Powers now passes it to Melvin. Gavron looking to get something going. Dribbles it out of bounds. It will be Bedford ball. But yeah, it's been 11 days since Wayland has played their last game. That was against Weston, in which they won 41-33 at home. It was outstanding defensive performance, as we see Sammy Johnson come away with the steal and get it to Patel, who will take it up. Patel inside, can't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound, puts it up, no good. Johnson with another rebound. Out to Melvin for three, gets it to go. That is a good sight for Wayland. They've only hit 1 3 so far in 2 games. So that is definitely good to get going here early in this one. Wayland takes a 3-1 lead. Or unless they called it a 2, actually.
I think a foot was on the line there, Josh.
Nevertheless, still a good sight. It's Melvin looking for someone to pass it to. Almost loses it, does. But gets it to Gavron. Melvin inside. Gets blocked. She may have wanted a foul. Impressive block there by
from Bedford.
Catherine Vaughn. We'll be saying her name a lot as she gets fouled by Johnson. Johnson got in some foul trouble in their last game against Weston. Prompted players like Ella Lesperance, Alex McQuilkin to really thrive as they combined for 27 rebounds. Makes the first free throw. Bedford will try to take the lead here. Catherine Vaughn, will be saying her name a lot. She's a star player for Bedford. 6-footer. And Wayland passes it in now.
Right there, Bedford getting back into their press. Wayland really has to push the ball up the floor. So you see there a steal.
Vaughn comes away with yet another steal. Inside is Janie Daniels for the 2. Nice finish. Bedford up 5-2. That one is thrown away. Bedford ball. A little bit of miscommunication there between Powers and Patel. Just threw that one away.
Yeah, Wayland's starting a little sloppy here, but you can always expect them to heat up eventually.
Daniels trying to look for Vaughn. Tough play by Sammy Johnson to rip it out of her hands. Now Johnson, I believe a travel was called on Powers before the ball got to Johnson. But a great defensive play by the junior captain, Sammy Johnson, to rip the ball out of Vaughn's hands. Now Bedford moving it around.
Now you see Wayland here playing a tight man. That's why they're able to get so many steals.
Bedford looking inside to Vaughn for two. She gets fouled. Sammy Johnson, or excuse me, that's a traveling violation. Much better call. Sammy Johnson happy it was only called a travel. It would have been her second foul. But it was the right call. And a timeout here called by Wayland. So Aditya, last year, Wayland went 2-0 against Bedford. Both games were not very close. They won by 21 and 15. And Wayland was really able to just shut out Catherine Vaughn the whole game, both times. And when Vaughn wasn't playing well last year, it seemed like Bedford wasn't playing well either. This year, a little different. They have some more weapons with Janie Daniels, Sydney Poore, and a few other players that are going to contribute big.
That's right. There. And as you said, the team last year really went as Catherine Vaughn went. But this year, with all these new weapons, Wayland has so many more players to focus on. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, and really didn't have a lot of trouble defensively with Weston, that Wayland anyways. So, obviously Bedford, a much better offensive team than Weston, as they beat Weston by 21 in their game this year against them. So, similar results for Wayland and Bedford against Weston. We'll see how they play against each other. As not really sure what was called there, but it will be Wayland ball. I'm sorry, it'll be Bedford ball.
Looks like maybe the inbounder stepped in bounds accidentally.
Yeah. As Poore open three, gets it to go. 3 ball from Bedford. They have a 6-point lead already.
Like we talked about at the beginning of the game, Josh, the 3 ball is really going to be important for both teams here. And as you can see, Bedford might heat up early.
Sammy Johnson, tough on the boards, can't get it to go. We see Ella Lesperance and Ava Renniker, the first to come off the bench. Lesperance with 18 rebounds in their last game. As we have a turnover here, Powers driving up the floor. Traveling violation called.
It's 2 early travels there on Wayland, but it shows good determination and aggressive drives to the basket. So all in all, I'd say Wayland's playing with the right mentality right now.
Yeah, as Powers checks out of the game. And I believe it's McQuilkin that comes in. So McQuilkin and Lesperance, that duo combined for 27 rebounds in their last game against Weston, as Bedford easy 2 inside there by O'Shaughnessy, as that ball's passed out of bounds. Tough pass by Melvin. It'll be Bedford ball. Aditya, not exactly the start Wayland was hoping for here.
Yeah, as we talked about early, they're starting a little sloppy, but they're playing aggressive, especially on defense, getting a lot of strips, getting a lot of steals. All you can hope for is eventually they heat up and start hitting some of those shots. Got a lot of, I guess you could say, questionable travel calls early on, but eventually you can expect Wayland to get back into this game.
Absolutely. As Deering looking to Poore. Poore backing down. Daniels for 3. No good. Rebound Vaughn. Vaughn looking for something, gets double teamed. No good on the shot. Renniker comes up with the rebound, and Wayland will get the ball. Melvin taking it up.
It's a great defensive rotation there by Wayland, holding Bedford.
As Bedford comes up with a great defensive possession of their own. That's Shayla Fidel getting the steal. Daniels inside, gets it to go, but a charging is called on Daniels. Great job by, I believe that was the freshman Ava Renniker who took that charge.
Yeah, taking charges is always a sign of who really wants it, and you can see right there that Wayland really wants this game.
Lesbrons looking for someone to pass it into. Melvin sort of getting double teamed out here.
Yeah, Wayland's had trouble early on with the inbounding, so good job there by Melvin coming to the ball.
As Elizade inside, can't get the shot to go. Bedford comes up with the rebound. Fidel to Daniels. Stolen away by Melvin. Melvin in transition. Layup gets it to go. 6-point game. Bedford still has a 10-4 lead. Great defensive play to stay heads up by Melvin. Come up with the steal, get the 2.
That's right. Wayland's top scorer, Haley Melvin, has all 4 points for Wayland today. If she really begins to heat up, that might be the best way for Wayland to get back to this game.
As that ball out of bounds, Wayland will get the ball. Lesbrons will pass it in once we get a substitution. That's Morgan Werner checking into the game for Haley Melvin. Melvin doesn't typically come out of the game for very long. I expect that she'll probably be back by the end of the first quarter as Renneker takes this up. Trying to get something going. Little floater, can't get it to go off the backboard. And now Bedford looking to take it up. Fidel into Daniels for 2, gets fouled. Bedford will shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, Wayland might not be converting, but you can see they're being aggressive early on. That's a good sign.
Yeah, and that senior guard, Janie Daniels, she's been very aggressive in this game. Hit a 3 earlier, getting to the line here as she hits the first one, making it a 7-point game. So we get a timeout called, I believe, by Wayland again. But yeah, Aditya, what have you seen here from Wayland so far? Obviously not the start they'd like, but it does seem like they're still playing aggressively.
Yeah, like we talked about, Josh, they're still playing aggressively, which is huge. It's a good sign for the rest of the game. Obviously early on, not the start they were looking for, but aggressiveness will always eventually pan out into points as long as they keep playing aggressively, especially on defense. That's how they're getting the steal. That's how they're going to be able to convert into fast break layups. As you can see, we already got 1. And if their top scorer is heating up, as Haley Melvin seems to be doing, then they'll always have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does kind of seem like they're not getting as good of ball movement as they got in that last Weston game, even though they weren't able to convert as often as they would have liked until the fourth quarter when they really caught fire, scored 16 points in that quarter. But we really haven't seen that ball movement. Hopefully they can get that going.
Yeah, ball movement, as we talked about at the beginning, is going to be key for them. But just as key is going to be, as we talked about, the aggressiveness and going to the basket. Even though they haven't been able to convert, eventually once they do convert, that's going to be huge for them.
Absolutely, as Daniels will shoot her second at the line, trying to make it an 8-point game. Bedford has a new sub in there, that's Bridget Sheehan, as Daniels hits the second.
You can already see early on, Bedford has a lot more weapons than they probably did last year when Wayland was able to handle them easily. Now they have to focus on so many more players.
Werner for 3, no good. Johnson, great rebound, offensive rebound, but a traveling violation is called on Johnson. That's 4 traveling violations total in this game, 3 for Wayland.
Yeah.
Sort of the opposite of what we saw against Weston, where it was Weston committing all the traveling. Now it's Wayland.
Yeah, a couple unlucky, I guess you could say, calls early on, but that one you could see she shuffled a little bit, but still got a great rebound inside. That, as we talked about at the beginning, is going to be huge, rebounding and cleaning up the glass.
That ball's knocked away, but it will still be Bedford ball. Julia Deering to pass it in. Melvin, as we expected, checks right back into the game after missing about 30 seconds of game action. Now Poor thought about the 3, decided against it.
Early on, looks like Bedford's offense is moving much more fluid than Wayland's. Let's see if they can get some better ball movement.
Yeah, Sammy Johnson dominating the boards already. McQuilkin in for 2, gets it to go. Nice pass by Ava Renneker to set up McQuilkin.
That's exactly what we were talking about there. Great ball movement, inside pass, easy layup.
As now it'll be Gevorkian for Bedford to Deering. Back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there, but now Bedford will pass it in.
But as you could hear there, Wayland's talking a lot on defense, which is probably why they're able to get so many steals. Communication, as always, is going to be key here for Wayland.
Now, Bedford moving along, trying to get an open shot. Good defense, though, by Wayland. Shot taken by Fidel, swishes it in. Beautiful shot. Bedford takes a 9-point lead. Wayland's going to want to probably bring this clock down as low as they can, or just get an open shot, which they'll do. Reneker, nice floater in for 2. 7-point game. The shot clock is gone. Bedford will have an opportunity to get the last shot. Instead, they travel. That's Bridget Sheehan with the travel, checking into the game just a minute ago. And now it'll be Wayland with the chance to get the last points.
Yeah, Wayland has a chance to get into double digits and make this game a little closer going into the second quarter.
As you can see, Gavron back into the game. She hit a big shot in their last game in the fourth quarter to really get everything going. As stolen away by Bedford, but another traveling violation is called. That's 2 and 7 seconds for Bedford.
That's 3 travels on both teams so far. Both teams, as we talked about, playing a little sloppy, but again, now Wayland has 6 seconds to get their team into double digits and make this game a little closer going into the second quarter so they can feel a little better about themselves.
So now it'll be Melvin. Gets trapped on the sideline. And another traveling, I believe, was called on Melvin. Didn't keep her pivot foot steady. So not much time here. Sydney Poor chucks up a shot. Not really even close, but it was a very deep shot. So that's the end of the first quarter. Bedford up 15-8 on Wayland. We're going to take a quick break and be right back at the start of the second quarter. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wayland Girls Varsity Basketball. Bedford has a 15-8 lead here going into the second quarter. Aditya, what did you see from Wayland in that first quarter?
Yeah, sloppy play for both teams. Wayland just needs to get into a groove, get some more ball movement like you see him getting right now. Get inside. They got a lot of opportunities, just maybe some unlucky calls and some unlucky bounces. But now it's their chance to get back into this game.
As Gavron tries to dive for the ball, the referee calls a foul. She's not exactly sure what she did wrong. I didn't see any contact there, but Bedford would have had the ball anyways.
Yeah, I didn't see anything there either, but it's good hustle. It's a good sign of things to come.
As Bedford will take it up. They're up 7. And nice defensive play by Gavron to knock that one away. We're going to see that a lot from her. She's a veteran guard on this team, senior captain. She's a great defensive player specifically, but she can also knock down some shots. As now Bedford, offensive foul called on Weston. And it will be, Bedford. Not sure why I keep saying Weston. I apologize for that. Gavron passes it in to Patel. And a double dribble called on Patel, but interesting call. It seemed like maybe a Bedford player got their hand in there, but
yeah,
the ref did not think so.
And on that note of Abby Gavron, you can see she's playing really aggressive defense, averaging 2.5 steals per game. So it's really crucial for Wayland to get Abby Gavron going on defense.
As another traveling violation called there on Grace O'Shaughnessy for Bedford, Wayland will look to pass it in. Starting 5 is all back in now. Johnson up to Gavron. Gavron layup Can't get it to fall. Johnson comes away with the board. She gets fouled on the shot. She'll shoot 2 at the line. Great job by Wayland to get that up quick. Couldn't get the layup to go, but Johnson's going to have an opportunity on her offensive rebound.
Yeah, it's the second time Wayland's done the same thing. Push the ball up on the right flank, get it inside, and layup inside. Weren't able to convert, but got a foul out of it. That's great ball movement there by Wayland.
Johnson misses the first one. As we'll see those COVID rules in play. Only 2 players on the defense can go in for the free throw, 1 player on the offense, whereas normally you could have, I believe, 6 in high school total, but not this year's. Johnson misses them both, and O'Shaughnessy will look for someone to pass to. Bedford trying to get something going. Kevorkian, deep shot, no good. Powers with the rebound. She's going to get it up to Gavron. Gavron trying to control it. Nice pass. Cannot get the bucket to go. That may have been another traveling violation called.
Yeah, she might have stepped out of bounds. Not a great angle for us, but again, great aggressive play. I think Powers made the pass up and was able to get the ball inside.
More tough defense. Melvin comes away with the steal. And Melvin gets fouled by Perez.
Yeah, you can see Wayland's absolutely hounding Bedford right now. They know that's the only way they're going to get back into this game.
Yeah, definitely a long way to go, only down 7. Wayland can get things going too. They've definitely looked much better this quarter so far. As Melvin looking to get something going. Patel, corner 3, no good. But Powers gets the rebound. Now Melvin driving inside. Wanted a foul called. May have been tripped, but nothing called. Great job by Powers. Now Johnson inside. Gets blocked. It'll stay Wayland ball. Tough defense there by the Bedford Buccaneers.
Yeah, looks like Bedford might be playing the zone here. Wayland has to navigate their way through that, though.
And what would be a good strategy to navigate a zone?
Yeah, they have
like
to they have to attack the pores. They really have to get some backdoor cuts so they can get in the lane like they've been doing so far.
Bedford passes it up. Perez. Take it back behind the 3-point line. Gavron stifling defense on Vaughn. Now Daniels. And that ball is still alive. Great job. Abby Gavron diving for that one. Couldn't come up with it, but then Wayland took it away anyways. Melvin inside for 2, no good. Foul on the floor called by Melvin, and you see Gavron show some frustration with the referees. They haven't gotten any fouls called on those drives to the bucket.
Yeah, but again, great aggressive play by Gavron turns into an opportunity on the other end.
Daniels. An offensive foul called on Daniels. Maybe calling her for a push-off, sticking her arm out. As Powers and Gavron will check out of the game. Reneker in. Or Powers stays in the game. Just Reneker checks in for Gavron. Melvin almost gets it stolen, but Reneker stays with it. Melvin for 3. Gets it to go. Haley Melvin, second 3 of the game. Well, actually, first 3 of the game. The other one, she was on the line, but as Perez coming very close to that out-of-bounds line.
Big shot there for Wayland by Melvin.
Kevorkian for 3, no good. And Powers, another rebound. It seems like every game a new player on Wayland shines on the boards. Johnson normally does it, but was in foul trouble last game. She's done it here tonight, as has Lila Powers.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Rebounding, as we talked about, is going to be a big key here. And a lot of Wayland players know when to step up on the glass.
As a timeout here called by Bedford this time. But anyways, a DTS. So as we saw in their last game, Wayland really struggled shooting the ball against Weston. What does Wayland need to do here tonight, or what have they done or failed to do to win this game and get the offense going once again?
Yeah, Josh, it was not a good game by Wayland standards at all offensively last game against Weston. But for the first 3 quarters, they quite honestly could not buy a bucket. But something that was very promising was the fourth quarter. An Abby Gavron mid-range shot and a Haley Melvin and one layup sparked some life into the Wayland offense, and they ended up having a great quarter by getting in the paint and getting easy buckets. So I expect that to continue tonight.
Yeah, in this quarter, we have seen that much more than in the first quarter. And then in the first quarter, Wayland down 4 to Bedford right now. But they've definitely looked very aggressive all game.
Yeah.
As we get another timeout. And Wayland will break it down. If you're Coach Rick right now, this is a pretty big defensive possession, I guess. Down 4, you want to try to keep eating away at that lead. If you're Coach Rick what are you saying to your team?
I would just say keep being aggressive, keep going after the steals. It looks like they're playing.
As
I don't know what it was called.
maybe an inbounds violation.
Yeah, it looks like Wayland ball.
I think that might have been the second one.
Yeah. Well, to switch here now, Wayland gets the ball, gets a chance to cut this to a 1-possession game.
Reniker to Powers. Powers looking for someone to pass to. Does find Reniker. Patel. Back to Reniker. Reniker floater. No good. Daniels comes away with the rebound, and she'll take it up. Speeding down the court. And she gets it to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy, wild hook shot, almost goes in. As a foul there was called on Wayland.
I think that one was on the floor.
I believe so, yeah, as Daniels will pass it in.
Oh, never mind. Looks like it was
Wayland, Bedford may also be in the bonus at this point, so.
That's probably it.
Yes, it'll be a 1-and-1 here as we see the players lining up. If she misses, they have a rebound opportunity. If she hits it, she'll get a shot at a second. She misses, and Lesbrons comes away with the rebound. Now Patel, she's got to get it up. Gets it to Lesbrons. Gets it knocked away by Deering. Now Poor out to Deering. Deering chucks up a shot, no good. Vaughn, nice rebound. Johnson ties it up, I believe, or excuse me, that was Lesbrons. It will still be Bedford ball, but jump ball. It is, Bedford does have the possession arrow. Great job by Lesbrons to try to rip that out of the hands of Vaughn.
Yeah. Always have to key in on their best player, and you can tell Whale knows that.
Yeah, Vaughn also definitely the tallest player on the court at all times. As a shot put up there, no good. Poor, nice job to save that. Really great hustle play as Daniels can't get that one to go. McQuilkin with the rebound. Now Reniker will play the point and take it up. Powers, 3. No good. Wayland tries to save it. Reniker, believe Reniker stepped out of bounds. Someone stepped out of bounds, and it was Bedford. As Johnson checks into the game for Lesbrons.
Yeah, another big possession here for Wayland offensively, trying to cut it to a 1-possession game. Look to get it to Melvin and go inside.
And if you're just tuning in, this is Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Girls Varsity Basketball. I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me Aditya Welling, as Haley Melvin sinks a mid-range. She's starting to feel it. Wayland cuts the deficit to 2. Anyways, Wayland and Bedford in a close one. Bedford has yet to score here in this second quarter. Now 5 minutes and about 15 seconds in. But Wayland is having a really great quarter, especially defensively. They're all over the boards.
Yeah, and as we talked about early on, I believe Melvin has 9 of Whalen's 13 points. If she can get heated up on offense with the way Whalen's playing defense right now, it looks like they might have the opportunity to cruise for the rest of this game.
And as we see there, Whalen forces another turnover. Powers will pass it in.
Yeah, Bedford staying with this press. Whalen doing a much better job of getting it in. And as we remember early on, they were having some troubles with the inbound. Now Whalen's getting it up and getting a foul out of it, looks like.
I believe it'll be it'll be Johnson shooting 2 at the line. Great pass in from Melvin to Johnson. The 2 junior captains trying to link up there, but they do draw a foul. Johnson cannot hit the first. She's 0 for 3 from the line so far. Normally, she is a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, it's 2 in and outs for Johnson. Unlucky, but getting to the line is always good.
And that's one of the things Whalen did so well in their first game against Weston. They got to the line 37 free throws they took as Johnson misses them both there. But that was not the case in their second game against Weston. They didn't get to the line as much, and in turn they did not get as many points. As nice move by Vaughn with the hook shot.
Yeah, they've kept Vaughn in check for the most part, so Whalen has to make sure they don't let her get heated up.
There's Melvin trying to fight the press. Gets it to Reniker. Now Reniker, nice pass into Powers. McQuilkin for 2, no good. Vaughn with the rebound.
Yeah, weren't able to convert there, but that's a great offensive possession, great ball movement inside.
3-ball Bedford, no good. Melvin with the rebound. She's going to try to get it up the floor fast. She's taking it all the way. Charging foul called on Melvin, and she is down on the ground in pain. You hope she's okay. She made really hard contact with the Bedford player. I didn't see who it was, but she's walking off on her own.
Yeah, took a hard fall there. I only hope she's okay.
Hopefully, she will not miss much time. But when you drive to the basket like that hard, you're bound to get some hard contact. Normally, she's still able to finish on a lot of those. Yeah, unfortunately,
it's a tough call there. I think Whalen's already had 2 or 3 charges.
Yeah.
But, being aggressive is always good.
As Prince is into the game now, our first time seeing her. She's a senior captain. Prince now gets it to Reniker. Into Johnson, no good. Tough rebound by McQuilkin. To Reniker, floater, no good. And Bedford has a fast break opportunity. Reniker comes up from behind, forces a turnover. Great defensive play by the freshman, Ava Reniker. And Aditya, it's not normal for a freshman to see as much playing time on varsity or even be on varsity, but Ava Reniker has been a huge contributor. One of the first players off the bench for Wayland. She has 4 points here tonight. Forces that turnover. She's been crucial to this team.
Yeah, whenever a freshman gets significant playing time on any varsity team, you can tell she really earned it, and that's definitely the case here. A great hustle play.
As a foul called on Bedford, it will be Powers shooting 2 at the line. You've got to convert on some of these free throw attempts here. Getting free points, tough to come by in a close game, as Powers cannot hit that one.
Yeah, I believe it's our 5th attempt so far in this game, so we're definitely getting to the line. But you're right, Josh, we need to start converting on some of these.
Reniker shooting a second. Gets it to go. And Daniels now taking it up. Wayland didn't really seem to be ready on that. On defense as Vaughn loses it out of bounds. Wayland bench all clapping. Sort of letting her hear it a little bit.
It's a great defensive position there for Wayland. I believe Vaughn scored Bedford's last 4 points, so getting a stop there was huge.
Prince now into Johnson. And Deering steps into the passing lane, gets a steal. Sorry, couldn't really see what happened there, but a scrum for the ball. Traveling violation is called. I believe Powers got the ball and fell down. So they call the traveling on her. Deering to pass it in. Daniels.
Looks like Bedford will probably try to take the last shot here.
6 seconds and counting. Now Poor, 3-ball. Gets it to go. Great shot. Hits that one over senior captain Meredith Prince as Bedford takes an 8-point lead going into halftime. Pretty low scoring game. Bedford 22-14. They lead. Halftime here. We're going to take another quick break, but we'll be right back for an exciting second half. Hello everyone and welcome back to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Girls Varsity Basketball. We are going into the second half. Just a reminder, I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me Aditya Welling. Bedford has the ball here, they're up 8. It was a very aggressive defensive battle in the first half. Both teams playing very solid defense. As Bedford, great ball movement. Daniels can't get the shot to go. Deering chucks up a shot. She can't get it to go. And Powers will take it up. Powers up to Gavron. Gavron tries to save it. She could not. That would be Bedford ball. Haley Melvin took a little bit of a spill at the end of the first half. She came out of the game, but luckily she is back in now. She took a spill in their playoff game against Medfield, which they did end up losing in a very close game, but as that could have been a backcourt violation. But
yeah, Josh, I was just about to say it looked like backcourt, but
as this will be a jump ball, it should be Wayland ball now, and it will be. But yeah, she took a fall in their playoff game, got scraped up a little, but she came right back in. Probably a similar thing here. Melvin up to Gavron, back to Melvin. Melvin inside for 2 with the left. Great finish by Melvin.
Yeah, Josh, it's exactly what Wayland needed coming out of the half. Some great defensive possessions and a nice fast break layup. Now a 6-point game.
And that was Gavron playing tight defense. Bedford really struggling now as Johnson comes away with the steal. Melvin in transition gets the bucket to go, with Vaughn trying to chase her down. Wayland cuts the lead to 4.
Yeah, that's 4 quick points by Melvin in less than 1.5 minutes. The exact start Wayland wanted coming into the second half is what they got.
As Sydney Poor, she had a good first half. She's looking to get something going. Deering for 3. No good. Bedford gets the rebound. Janie Daniels puts it in for 2.
Yeah, it looks like some miscommunication there. But Wayland needs to box out and get some rebounds if they want to get back into this game.
Melvin can't get that one to go, but great job by Gavron to stay with it. Patel, 3. No good. Off right. Gets her own rebound. Wow. Snatch block there by Catherine Vaughn. Made that one look easy. That was really an incredible play.
Yeah, that block right there was
You
pretty...
do not see that one every game.
Yeah.
And she just took that ball right from Patel's hands.
But it looks like right after traveling was called on Bedford, so Wayland has the ball back again, down 6.
As Reneker checks back into the game for
Josh,
Melvin.
If you ask me, 2 minutes into the second half, Wayland's gotten, for the most part, the exact start they wanted.
That was just miscommunication there between Gavron and Reneker. Continue.
Yeah, just, well, until that miscommunication there, I would say for the most part, offensively, they've gotten good ball movement, gotten some fast break layups. And defensively, playing well. Let's just hope that this little dry spell here, some miscommunication, doesn't happen.
As Bedford will shoot at the line here. That's Grace O'Shaughnessy. She is short on the first one. As Powers and Johnson will go to try to get a rebound if she misses. Bedford with the second one. Good on the second. 7-point lead for Bedford. And Powers looking to pass it in. She got it to Gavron, who's now running the point. Patel and Bedford defender completely fell there. That was a good move by Patel. Sort of got the defender to completely fall. As Poor will stick with it after almost turning it over.
Yeah, you can see Wales playing some really aggressive defense right here. Forced a lot of steals already in the second half. It's great to see.
As Patel gets fouled there by O'Shaughnessy after stealing the ball. And senior LOS Bronze will check in for Sammy Johnson. Now Powers to Gavron. Gavron almost loses it. Double dribble called. And it will be Bedford possession once again. Turnovers definitely an issue for Wayland here tonight.
Yeah, I would say for both teams, Josh. Turnovers has been a big issue. Some sloppy play overall. That might be why it's a low-scoring game, but that leaves both teams with a chance down at the end.
As Perez drains that three. Her first points of the game.
Yeah, and let's see if Wayland can keep their spirits up. I believe it's the first time Bedford has gotten this game up to a double-digit lead. Let's see how Wayland responds.
As Patel misses the three and Reneker comes away with it with the offensive board. Reneker gets fouled. She'll shoot 2 at the line. Reneker has played a whole lot in this game, and you've got to wonder if Melvin is still hurting a little bit. Reneker will definitely get a huge increase in playing time.
Yeah, aggressive drive right there, getting fouled. That's what you want to see.
Reneker hits the first one. To cut the lead to single digits. That was Bedford's biggest lead of the night. 9 still is the biggest. And Reneker hits them both. Great job to convert there. Bedford will pass it up. Wayland going with the press in the second half. Bedford really struggled to bring it up. That's Vaughn. Vaughn to O'Shaughnessy, back to Vaughn. Vaughn inside, nice move. Traveling violation called on her. She's not happy.
Yeah, and I would put that travel indirectly on Powers, playing some great defense there, forced Vaughn some extra steps.
as Bedford will stick with that press. Wayland will try to pass it in. Melvin back into the game with Sydney Poor on her. That's been a big matchup here tonight.
They're doing a much better job with the press break, getting up the floor.
Melvin, nice pass inside of Lesbrons, but she gets blocked. Patel, great play. Melvin for 3, gets it to go, that's a 2. Her foot was on the line again. 6-point lead now for Bedford. Melvin is really shooting the ball better than Wayland has shot the ball all year.
Yeah, Melvin might be hurt, but it didn't look like it there. He's playing great.
As that was a missed shot by Bedford, and Wayland got fouled. So they'll pass it back in and try to beat the press once again.
Yeah,
They're doubling Melvin now.
Really like how Wayland responded from Bedford opening up that 10-point lead. Got 4 straight points and played some good defense.
As Johnson gets blocked by Vaughn. Vaughn is all over the boards here tonight, getting rebounds, getting big blocks. As Perez, 3 off the side of the backboard. No good. Seems like someone thought it may have been out of bounds, but the ball's still in play. Powers, mid-range, no good. Vaughn with the rebound. And Bedford will try to recollect here. Sydney Poor calling a play. Deering to Poor. Poor for 3. Gets it to go. Big 3. Bedford up 9. And Sydney Poor has played one heck of a game.
Yeah, I believe that's her 3rd 3 of the game. Every time Bedford's needed a big bucket, it seems to be coming from Poor.
As now Powers will slow it down. Melvin with Poor on her. Into Johnson. Johnson can't get the bucket to fall. As now Deering inside. I believe she got fouled. She will shoot 2 at the line as well. And seems like a lot of these players a little bit tired. That's part of what happens when you're playing with a mask, running so much, and it seems to be kicking in a little bit as Deering is that one.
Yeah, these COVID modifications don't just affect the rules, they affect the players too. You can see players on both teams are gassed, but looks like a timeout there called.
And yeah, we get a timeout here. One of the big factors here for Bedford has been Catherine Vaughn. She is the best player on the Buccaneers, and she has shown it at times, just being absolutely dominant as a 6-footer that can shoot, space the floor. How do you stop her if you're Wayland, Aditya, and what have they done so far in this one?
Yeah, well, you can see they're always keeping a body on her and giving her sort of the LeBron treatment because they know that wherever, how she goes is how the team goes. But like you said, Vaughn's a great player, and the Warriors have proven, though, that they can prevent her from being that huge impact player capable of winning games for Bedford in the past. Wayland won their last 2 contests against Bedford last year easily, and they did that by just making sure that she was always accounted for. The Warriors have an outstanding defense, and I'm looking forward to how this matchup plays out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that the snatch block she had where she just ripped the ball out of Patel's hands before she could get it up. And I think that's just part of being someone who's 6 feet plus on the court with people that are definitely shorter than her. But really, they've done a good job, especially in the first half. Wayland held her to just a few points. And part of that was just being very, very aggressive with her.
Yeah, it's always tough to stop the best player on the court, and especially when she's also the tallest player on the court. But Wayland's done a great job of it so far.
As Deering misses both free throws, and Melvin will try to take it up. Daniels on her. Melvin now. Up to
Great
Johnson.
pass in.
Gets blocked. There's Vaughn again. That was a beautiful pass by Melvin. Nothing Johnson really could have done, though. Just a great defensive play as Johnson comes up with a defensive board there.
Yeah, these last 2 minutes are going to be huge. See how Wayland responds here. Try to get it to a closer game going into the last quarter.
McQuilkin misses the shot, but a great rebound by Wayland. Foul called on Bedford, I believe. Yeah, I believe that'll be on Bedford, number 20, Grace O'Shaughnessy. And we didn't say anything, but Ella Lesperance had a great offensive rebound there on the McQuilkin shot to keep the possession alive. She's been a great rebounder, had 18 in their last game, as we mentioned earlier, but just showing what this Wayland team can do and how impressive their depth is. As we have another stoppage in play. We apologize if we're a little late calling the certain fouls and stuff like that. We can't hear the whistles, unfortunately, in the studio, so kind of just going off what we see. So that's just part of what COVID has done for us with all the guidelines, but we're still calling the games. As Vaughn, nice finish inside. She is starting to dominate this game. 11-point lead for Bedford. That's the biggest of the game so far. Melvin inside, nice move. Gets past the defenders.
Great response there by Melvin, getting the getting Bedford's lead back to 9 points.
As Bedford turns the ball over, and if Wayland can get a bucket or two here, they can stay in this one and give themselves a real chance in the fourth quarter. Melvin now to Lesperance. Patel, Johnson. Johnson in the corner, Melvin, no good. Lesperance almost had the rebound, kind of lost it. And now Bedford will move it up. Daniels inside. Foul there called on Sammy Johnson, who was trying to get that ball from Perez.
Yeah, it looked like a frustration foul there, Josh. And just ran into her. You can see that Wayland's getting good possessions on offense and not able to convert. A little frustration there.
Yeah, but you have to give Johnson a little bit of credit there. She tried to get into the passing lane, just couldn't get there in time, and ran right into Perez.
Yeah, staying aggressive, as we talked about at the beginning of the game, though.
What a steal by Renneker. Fast break opportunity. Vaughn chasing her as Renneker could not hit it. Out of bounds on Lesperance, Bedford ball. That just shows the presence that Vaughn has, that she was able to catch up to Renneker, almost block the shot, but impact it enough to get her to miss.
Yeah, great steal there too by Renneker. Just wasn't able to convert.
And group substitution as Vaughn will check out. And number 22, Paige Patterson, will check into the game for the first time. Nice job by Johnson to get in the passing lane. Can't quite keep it, but it will be Bedford ball still. Daniels now.
Let's see if Wayland can get a stop in these last 15 seconds.
Yeah, I really can't. Got to hold this lead to 9 here. Knocked out of bounds there. Great job by Renneker to get her hand on it. As Gavorkian will pass it in for Bedford. Daniels now. Crossover, nice move inside, gets fouled with 1.9 seconds remaining on the clock. So she's going to shoot 2 and have an opportunity to make it an 11-point lead.
Yeah, great move there.
Misses the first. Still a 9-point lead from Bedford. 1.9 left in the third quarter. And she misses them both, but Patterson gets the rebound. Not close on the shot. as we will go to the fourth quarter right after we take another quick break. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes, as hopefully Wayland can make a little bit of a comeback here to make this game closer and hopefully win it. But we'll be right back. Here, Bedford 33-24. If you're just joining, I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Aditya Welling. Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of girls varsity basketball, as Wayland has a deficit to make up here, and they've got to do it relatively quick. As Gavron misses that shot, great job. Sammy Johnson stays with it. Can't put it in. She thought there was a foul. Patel steals it. She can't get it to go. Powers stays with it. Gavron, deep two, no good. And Bedford will finally get possession. Kevorkian taking it up now. Fidel, inside. Bedford, no good. Powers comes away with it. Foul called on Wayland, or excuse me, on Bedford. And Abby Gavron will inbound it for Wayland.
Yeah, Josh, obviously fourth quarter, this is where Wayland can really, the only chance Wayland has to make their comeback is early on in the fourth, because this
Patel for three in the corner. What a big shot. 6-point deficit now. And Wayland will try to steal it away. Scrum for the ball. They come away with it. Gavron trying to make something happen now. Now Gavron. Melvin inside. And it will be Bedford ball. Great defensive play by Wayland to try to get an opportunity, but they could not convert or even get up a shot.
Yeah, but big three there, the possession before, getting Wayland back to a 6-point deficit. Let's see what they can do from here.
Yeah, Patel definitely can shoot. She's had a lot of trouble to start the year here, but you don't want to see her get going if you're the other team, because she can hit them in bunches. Daniels gets fouled. Smart foul, though, as she was going to have a wide open layup.
Yeah, Daniels has played well for Bedford all game. She's gotten to the line a couple times. Wayland has to make sure they can contain her and Vaughn for the rest of the game.
And that trio of Poor, Daniels, and Vaughn have been deadly for Bedford, specifically here tonight, but really all year. Vaughn drives inside, left hand, no good. Patel comes away with the rebound, and Haley Melvin will take it up. Melvin to Powers. Back to Melvin. Trying to back down Vaughn. Gets it blocked, but McQuilkin comes away with it. Patel inside. No good. Now Bedford in transition. Poor will slow it down.
Yeah, I think that's Vaughn's third or fourth block of the game. She's been all over Wayland inside the paint.
And stolen away. No, they call it traveling violation. So, same effect, other than now Wayland will have to try to beat that press.
Yeah, and Josh, Wayland's done a much better job in the second and third quarter of beating the Bedford press. We saw early on they had some troubles with that, but they've done a much better job getting the ball up the court and setting up their offense. Let's see what they can do here down 6.
Now Melvin taking it up. Powers thought about it, decided against it with the long wingspan of Vaughn in her face. Now Powers inside, no good. Rebound Wayland, no good as well. Vaughn comes away with the rebound. Now it'll be Poor. Inside. O'Shaughnessy gets fouled. She'll shoot 2 at the line. Well, actually, that'll be on the floor. So Deering is going to pass it in.
You could call the block there. But as we talked about before, Porter's been all over Wayland offensively with some big threes.
And Catherine Vaughn very upset with that call there. They call a moving illegal screen on Catherine Vaughn. She's pleading her case to the ref, but the ref, and they're still arguing a little bit, but
yeah, we saw Vaughn get a little mad at the refs before on a traveling violation. Both teams here seem to be a little frustrated with some of the refs' calls.
And not really sure what happened there, but now Wayland will pass it in once again.
Refs seem to be having a conversation with Bedford's coach. Don't know exactly what's going on there, but as always, a big
stolen away there by Deering. Deering inside. Great defense by Gavron. Deering hits the bottom of the backboard, and now Wayland will be in transition.
Well, I was going to say a big offensive possession for Wayland, but another one here after a big stop.
Powers in for 2, 4-point lead. And stolen away by Gavron now. Gavron looking for someone to pass to, gets it to Powers. Powers inside. She gets a traveling violation called on her.
Big steal there, though, by Gavron. Being aggressive, another steal for her.
As now Wayland, timeout Bedford. Wayland has cut the lead from 9 to 4 here in this fourth quarter. They've got to keep this going, but probably smart timeout called by Bedford to get settled. Anyway, I asked you this question already, but now in a crunch time here, 4.5 minutes left to go. What are you calling up if you're Coach Ruxtalis? What has worked for them so far tonight?
Well, so far it looks like Melvin's had a hot hand. I don't know how much of an injury she might be nursing right now, but she seems good to go. I would try to get the ball into our Wayland's best players like Melvin. Powers just had a great layup, so maybe try to get the ball into her. And maybe shoot from the outside because it looks like Wayland's having a tough time getting around Vaughn. So if she trusts one of her sharpshooters, maybe even Patel, to hit a 3 from the outside, that's where I would go if I was Coach Ruxtalis.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're just joining us, we're trying to make our way down the stretch here. 4.5 minutes left to go in this game. Wayland trailing Bedford 33-29, but they have cut down what was at one point an 11-point lead at the end of the third quarter to just 4. So they have looked very good in this quarter. As Bedford will try to get it up. Renneker almost came away with the steal, but Poor stays with it.
Yeah, it looked like almost a backcourt there. But
And one notable thing is that Melvin is not in the game. I'm guessing she will be in the game at the next dead ball, but she's very important, especially when they need points. As O'Shaughnessy with the big layup.
great
6-point lead for Bedford.
Great backdoor cut there by Bedford.
And this is where they're missing Melvin, having trouble getting the ball in.
Yeah, we talked about this early on for Wayland, and you see Melvin coming back in now.
That was Sarah Elizaday who checked out. And pass into Sammy Johnson, who came in from the other side of the court. And now it's Renneker to Gavron. Gavron got fouled there. And it will be taken side out by Abby Gavron.
Yeah, inside of 4 minutes here, Josh, this is going to be a huge offensive possession because this can either get the game into 3 or 4 points, much more manageable for Wayland, or a steal or a fast break for Bedford could get this game out of hand again.
Yeah, absolutely is. Haley Melvin now will look to get something going. Patel finds Johnson. Johnson, hard drive inside, gets the bucket to go. Big shot by Sammy Johnson, the junior captain. 4-point lead once again
That's exactly what Whalen needed right there.
Timeout called by Bedford as Wayland had trapped Bedford right in that front court. But this is some very impressive play here from Wayland, very aggressive. If they could just hit some shots, they have the defense to hold Bedford. They can get some shots to fall. They have a real chance at pulling away.
Yeah, Whalen's defense is what's really kept them in this game, even being down 11. Even though their offense hasn't been flowing as they might wish, their defense has really kept in this game really aggressive, getting a lot of steals, getting in passing lanes, and the press seems to have really worked, so credit Coach Rexalis there. Let's see what they can do in the remaining little less than 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've got timeout here. Wayland and Bedford both almost in the bonus. So any foul by Bedford, and I believe Wayland will be shooting 1-and-1s, and Wayland still needs to commit. They still have another foul to give. We're still waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure both coaches here trying to draw up something, trying to keep their teams in it for the remaining 3 minutes. It's going to be a good one here.
As the 5 in for Wayland is their starting 5, with the exception of Renneker now in the game, I believe, for Gavron. Yeah, she is in for Gavron. Now Deering to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Daniels to Deering. O'Shaughnessy to Deering. O'Shaughnessy, great play by Sammy Johnson. Sort of accidentally tipped that ball. Realized she had to save it, so she threw it off the leg of Deering. Wayland will get the ball down 4 now. Now Renneker with Sydney Poor on her. Powers. And Patel will try to get something going.
Again, another obviously huge offensive possession here for Wayland. Try to get this to sit.
Patel for 3. No good. Coach Rexalis really wanted that one. He saw her with her hands up there. Now her hands have moved from the air to her head. But that was could have been a huge game-changing shot if it went in. Almost stolen away by Johnson. Johnson may have been hit in the head, but they call a foul on her. Johnson very unhappy with that. I really don't understand that one.
Yeah, that one looked like a hit on the head on Johnson. At the very least, I don't think there should have been a foul there. But Wayland's going to have to come up with a big defensive stop, which they've been coming up with all quarter and really all game. They just need one here to get this to the one-possession game.
As a 3 taken, Catherine Vaughn tried to draw a foul, but unfortunately for her, on those screens, defender has more room for errors. Vaughn draws a foul. Foul called, I believe, on Lila Powers. There was a big scrum there, so hard to see who really committed the foul, but these are big free throws here for Vaughn.
Yeah, and going forward, remaining 2 minutes, we talked about it at the beginning of the game, but Bedford's obviously going to go to their best player here, Vaughn, so Whalen needs to key in on her.
And Vaughn hits the first one, puts Bedford up 5. Another big free throw here. Can't hit the second. Great rebound by Sammy Johnson to make sure Wayland got possession. Wayland's really got to score here. Patel now. Now Melvin inside. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds. Bedford ball. Coach Rexall is very unhappy with that. She thought it was out on Bedford.
Everyone coming in.
Be Gavron in for Patel. And Perez looked like, I thought she stepped out of bounds there, but no call.
Yeah, bad angle for us there, but it looked like she might have stepped on the line.
O'Shaughnessy now inside, stolen by Renneker. That pass was tipped, I
Huge
believe, by
possession here
Powers.
For Wayland, need to get something going.
Very little time left as Vaughn comes away with the steal, and she trips on somebody. It will be Bedford passing it in as it was on the floor, and Wayland had a foul to give. Actually, they may be shooting, but there's a timeout called. Not a lot of things going Wayland's way in that last minute, as there were a few times where Wayland thought they should have had calls, and they didn't get them. But now Wayland down 5, a minute 24 left to go. What are you doing if you're them?
Well, obviously, it looks like it's going to be either Bedford ball here or 2 shots for Vaughn. Either way,
1-1 anyways.
Or yeah, 1-1 for Vaughn here. But either way, if I was Coach Rostales, I would be game planning for either a defensive stop here, doing what they've been doing, playing aggressive, getting passing lanes, or on offense, trying to not force it, but get a good shot, either inside or a deep shot to get this game to a single possession game like they've been trying to do all game pretty much.
Yeah, as referee telling them they're ready for play once again. And closing in on the end of this one, just a minute 24 left to play. Bedford up 5 with the ball, shooting a 1-1 right now. And if you're Bedford, if you hit both these shots, this game just about sealed up, but they've got to hit them both. She misses it, so Wayland will get the ball. This is a must score right here.
Let's see what Coach Rostales cooked up. Bedford going with
Nice
a trap.
play inside. Sammy Johnson can't get it to go.
Beautiful pass there. Just couldn't convert.
That's a really difficult play right there that they got to work as Johnson almost swats it away. And stolen by Powers. Great job to step into the passing lane, anticipate that one. And a foul is called on Bedford.
I believe this is a 1-on-1 for Wayland.
Yeah, it should be. It'll be Lila Powers.
Yeah, no need
You
to
really gotta
explain.
hit.
Yeah, no need to explain here. She really has to hit these
Both.
to give Wayland a chance. Yeah.
So Powers will have a 1-1. Hits the first one. Big shot by Powers.
Yeah, and you remember, I believe, the last time Lila got to the line, she went 1 for 2. But this time, Sets coolly makes a clutch free throw.
And she could not hit the second, but Sammy Johnson, what a rebound. That ball in the corner. Haley Melvin gets it stolen by O'Shaughnessy. Wayland's got to get this ball back. And a foul is called on Gavron.
Yeah.
She is really upset there. She's not been happy with the referees calling this game the whole time, and she's looking for an explanation.
Yeah, Gavron came out of nowhere, but I didn't see a foul. Obviously, the refs did, and both teams have had problems with officiating the whole game. Let's see what Wayland can do here with Vaughn. I believe she's getting a 1-1 out of this.
Yeah, just a really unfortunate turn of events in these last 2 minutes for Wayland. That was a great rebound by Sammy Johnson to keep it alive after Powers missed the second. But they could not convert as Bedford will have another 1-1 with a chance to take a 6-point lead.
Yeah, obviously Will needs to hope. Well, not hope, but yeah, pretty much they have to hope for a miss here. But they need to grab this rebound and go. They can't wait. Obviously, Coach Rexalt is trying to set something up here, hopefully for the offense. But a play like last time that got a beautiful pass by Melvin into Sammy Johnson, she just couldn't make the layup. A play like that would really help here, try to get it to a single possession game, and then probably play the foul game from then on.
Yeah, and with this game coming to a close, please tune in on Friday night, 6:30, as the boys will take on Bedford. They're playing a game right now away at Bedford. The girls will be away on Friday in Bedford. But yeah, we'll be here 6:30 p.m. Friday night. Should be a great one. Bedford has a very high-powered offense. That boys team does. So it should be an interesting game as Vaughn will shoot the 1-1. She cannot hit the first one. Is Johnson another tough rebound. She has been dominant on the boards.
Yeah, Will needs to go here, and they need to get a good shot.
Now Melvin to Reniker. Patel inside for two, gets it to go.
Huge shot there by Patel.
2-point lead. Wayland's got a foul. They do. That's Ava Reniker with the foul. It'll be Catherine Vaughn shooting at the line.
What a big shot there by Patel. Driving lefty layup there to get this game to single digits. Exactly what Wayland needed. And Vaughn hasn't been making these free throws, but regardless, Wayland still needs to come down with this rebound, not take anything for granted.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing if Wayland has any timeouts left, Coach Exhaust will take it and try to cook something up.
Yeah, as Vaughn cannot hit that one either, but they get the rebound. Wayland's got a foul again. This time they foul O'Shaughnessy. But that's unfortunate they couldn't get the rebound. It was a long rebound, so didn't have much of a shot at it.
Yeah, that's just tough luck there, bad bounce. But now they just need to hope O'Shaughnessy misses this one, or she makes the first, but then they come down with a second miss. Because if she makes both here,
it's two shots.
Oh, it's
not
two,
a
it's not
1-1. Right now the double bonus, and she hits the first one.
Yeah,
this second one is a big free throw for Bedford. They can make it much more difficult for Wayland.
Yeah, that double bonus is huge, giving two shots to Bedford instead of that 1-1. See how it pans out, though.
O'Shaughnessy hits the second big free throw. Wayland calls a timeout. They're going to have to score quick, get another foul, and then score once again. But
yeah, and huge, not only free throws, but offensive rebound off the free throw by O'Shaughnessy there. That was huge to get Bedford the ball back and make this a two-possession game.
And Wayland's got to draw something up. I imagine we could see that duo of Haley Melvin into Sammy Johnson on some type of backdoor screen.
Yeah, it happened a couple times, and it's been open every time. But Coach Oxalis might go for the three to make this a one-point game. So even if Bedford makes two free throws on the other end, Wayland still has a chance to tie it up by the end of regulation. We'll see what she cooks up, though.
Yeah, and one thing that we didn't mention, Patel with that bucket to put Wayland within two before Bedford hit those two free throws. But that was a big shot by Patel. Great job, short-term memory. She did miss that three just a few minutes ago, but she came back into the game and had probably the biggest shot Wayland has had all game.
Yeah, huge shot there for Patel to make that a one-possession game. And even if Wayland ends up not being able to come out with this, there's the way they fought in this fourth quarter is huge probably for them going forward in the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look to see what Wayland is going to draw up. They're going to have to go the length of the court, though. do have 11 seconds, so there is time on the clock.
Yeah, and Bedford getting back in that press. Whalen needs to get out of it and quickly.
Now Patel in the corner for three. No good. Johnson can't stay with the rebound. O'Shaughnessy gets the ball, but that is the game. Bedford squeaks out with a 38-34 victory over Wayland. That was a very, very hard played game by both teams, but in the end, Bedford came away with the victory. Aditya.
Yeah, hard defensive battle, no doubt. You can see both teams paying respect to each other after the game. Both teams fought hard, and the way Wayland played, as we said, in the fourth quarter, win, lose, or draw, is great for them going forward because they know how hard they can play.
Yeah, and that'll do it here for us. I've been Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Aditya Welling. Thank you for joining us. Tune in Friday night for the boys game at 6:30. But we will see you later.